We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Cleveland. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Okay, break. Get it. Cougar 19. Drop 60. Drop 60.
Throwing, Sanders. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
A nice. Completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action Week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Here's Sanders. To the left side, he finds Bond. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 4.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They run for the first time to Ty Chandler. But I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A gain of 3. It's now 4th down and less.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Chandler is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Jupiter. Hey. Sogas, go. 30 left.
Now Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Hey, go. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On the red. Sink. Son.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Got a man. That's Colin Johnson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. But to throw again is Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Red on red. Hey, Ginger.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Hey, easy, route. Hey, Ginger.
Hunter now will go in motion left. Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14.
Hey, let's go. Go. So hot. Take right open.
Lawrence will throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On the ready.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Back. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's caught at the 25. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
That's taken in by Bond. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. Strike.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Let's go now.
Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Dragon, 70 Timberwolves.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Theo Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown Brown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And Chase will go in motion left. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got a man, that's Hunter. And just shutting him off there. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
24. Hey, Ginger. Jack. Go, let's go. Go. Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, run! Son, hurt!
In motion right here, Hunter. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, Lion! Hey, Soko, son. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. McPherson's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. To throw is Sanders. Here's Johnson with a reception. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Now Sanders. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey. Pat the 60. Go.
Sanders to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Looking deep here for Chase. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
11-11.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Tim, go.
Now Lawrence to throw. It is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey. Focus, hot. 11, Agate. 11. Here we go.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Rob.
A give left side to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Let's go.
A gain of 15 yards.
Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
First down. A gain of 15.
Think right.
And the Bengals first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Well, the man is Bond. He's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Ready up. Cup 19. Cup 19. Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Throwing, Sanders. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
That's complete. Right side, it's Bond. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Panther 11. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
To throw again, here's Sanders. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
28, Bengals 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Johnson. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That is caught by Hunter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he will find his man Chase complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's another Bengals first down. A gain of 18.
Again, it's Lawrence.
First down, Bengals.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Red on red. Here we go.
They go play action with Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, kill.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme of keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Cowboys, 19 Lions.
Here's Sanders. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk. Ready, right?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Got it. Ready?
Second and 10.
Maverick. 60 Maverick. Tag. 19. Go.
Sanders going to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
A 32-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. In motion right here, Hunter. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Hey, kill.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
Go, let's go.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got a man open, it's Chase. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Hey,
First down at Cincinnati.
Hey, I'm gun.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He gets this one to Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, let's go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
11, Agate.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 22. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That's taken in by Bond. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That one looks like he'll throw here. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Over the middle, he's got Bond. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Browns, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles Davis.